here we are. I finally made it to the Philippines. I'm in Manila right now. Arrived last night. Sure is nice to be back here. Got to show you the outside. They've been building a lot around the last couple of years. All these new condos and hotels. It's nice to see. So is all this traffic that I know and love. Uno momento, por favor. I even got a bad signal from here. Unbelievable. It's a hotel here. Unbelievable. I don't know how well or not well I'm going to have. Yeah. Well, that's the channel thing for live streams. So I just put in the Friday anyway. But I was talking to my wife earlier, and the signal was bad. For free Wi-Fi, boy. If I had to upload stuff on this limited, it might take a couple days. Yeah, Friday. Well, all you got to do is watch it on Friday, even though it's Wednesday. But I title all my live streams with that. Yours could be Saturday Night Live there, Viking, and everybody would recognize that. Yeah, me too. Yeah. If you're laughing, you must be in a good mood. Anyway, there ain't nobody out here anyway, but because it's what back home, it's oh my goodness. Yeah, Lord, I couldn't see it on my phone. Shoot. 1:22 in the morning. So anyway, I'm gonna yeah, you're in a happy mood, plus you probably haven't slept good. So I got in yesterday. Oh my God, this whole process is just boy. I must have shown that one health pass. First I had to show it to the airline I flew. Then they, of course, when you're a single male flying, they check into everything you got repeatedly. So when I get to the airport here, I must have shown it 7 times. I mean, you walk a couple feet, there's another person you got to show it to. Oh my goodness. I'm like, come on, just when I thought I didn't have to have it around me anymore, or have it, then I'd have to dig it back up. But this is good to be back here. I feel like I'm back at my home country. This is also the first time in the month of January that I have ever experienced 86-degree weather in January. So they got a McDonald's, they got a Jollibee right next door. They got a McDonald's, constant construction. I can see Makati from here. Looks like New York City from here. Yeah. I'd like to. It'd be a goal of mine to travel and not have to check a bag of luggage. Because I'll do a live stream of one of these days on an actual flight and explain the entire situation for me from the beginning. Because Lord, that first day was wasted. But what can I do? I almost got thrown out of the airport in Chicago. So, I was up 24 hours at the time, and I wasn't in the mood. But anyway, well, we had one lurker. He's gone. So probably some Filipinos got something better to do than listen to me here, eh? A lot of changes here. A lot of changes. Man, my eye get that black and blue crap. I'll go to the doctor when I get back home. Oh, I wish I could get out there now. Malaysia's walkable. I'm gonna do that. Um, if I taste a test negative, I'm gonna go out that way with my GoPro and do a little video. Um, Long way to walk, but I didn't come here to sit in my hotel room. So then I'll fly out to where my son and wife are on the 17th. And hopefully, I've been sitting around all this time waiting on these situations to happen for me at home, and they haven't. When I could have been here, you know, way more than I am right now. But hopefully, I'll get to stay here without. Hopefully, I'll get to stay here uh, 2 to 6 months. You know, got the boy living at my house now, so. And my G Packers play. I had my hat on yesterday, and the cab driver saw that my G. He calls them G Packers, just like my wife does. But what it is Green Bay. That's just the logo. Hi Gary, how you doing? Yeah, I'm finally here. Yeah, man, oh man, what an odyssey. I think it would have been less hassle to have my wife come with me. You know, I think Guam was closed. I don't know if Guam is closed or not, but you know, I get her a round trip ticket from there, and and I don't have to do any of this bullshit except the One Health Pass. That is a very popular pass here, very popular. Um, this older guy in the airport was in Chicago, was flying to Germany. And he said me and my wife were saying you got a lot of papers there. Yeah. Yeah, but look out the window, Gary. Did you get to look out the window yet? I don't know if you're around. There's your look right there of Makati in the background and Pasay. I think Manila's actually in Malaysia's actually in Pasay, but could be in Manila. But a lot of people, they recognize Manila when it's said, as opposed to Pasay. Saves a lot of explaining. It was a long trip, Gary, an extremely long trip. I think I was on a 777. Was that a 767? Um, if there were four seats in the middle, there were two people in it, maybe. Mostly there was one. So when there was three seats, there was one person, and they were so. I don't even know, man. They might have had it was less than 100, I bet, but they had enough room that we all could have sat in first class, you know. But the seats in that plane, the Boeing 787, is junk. Everything is shaking and loose. It's all the electronics on the plane isn't that old, and you can't use the monitor in front of you. Uh, Not every single one of them, but the seats feel like you're sitting on a wooden bench or concrete floor. It's yeah, I have to look on my phone because my computer still has the computer has the weather here, 30 C. That's about damn near 90 degrees. And let me see. 129 a.m. where I am, 3:29 here. I mean 3:29 here. Yeah. That was 21 hours. But a lot of hassle with the paper bullshit. See, I'll do that on a video, man. I don't want to go on a rant now, but it is. I'm sure there's a lot less stressful way to do this because it is. I left my airline ticket downstairs. Guy brought it up, but probably the only guy I didn't give anything to. But I was happy to be back here. No, I'm not in booth one, Gary. I can't go there until after I had my PCR test. And if it's negative, then I'll have a full day here. And the next day I leave at 1:30. So I'm tentatively scheduled to leave on the 17th, whatever day that is. I think it's Sunday. I don't know if it'd have been any different if I'd have went through Cebu. That they seem to be off and on with that one. That one itself is a lot closer to. I don't know if I could have got there on that international flight though. I think I could have. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could now. But great to be here, man. Love to be here. It was such. I got into the airport where they have everybody sit down, and then you take your turns going up there um, to the one of the immigration guys. I think they got soldiers doing it, and God, there had to been 100 and some people. I was the very last person to get through everything. You know, the lady at the I'll spill the beans on this one part, but I got a 9A visa. So part of the process is you have to send them information with um, report of marriage and all that stuff. Well, I did that. That's how you get. That's part of the way. The part of the requirements that you have to get that. And yet the lady asked me if I had my marriage certificate. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't get this without it. Are you kidding me? I said, I'll bring it next time. So anybody that's listening now is going to go bring everything you got, even if you don't think you're going to need it. I got triplicate of everything, man. Next time I'll bring the marriage, I'll bring the birth for the kid, I'll bring all of that noise. It's like carrying around a filing cabinet with you. Yeah, well, I came in at night, Gary, so it wasn't. It was nice, it was warm. I had a hoodie on, sweat my ass off, and now all I can do is look out because they don't have patios here or a deck, So I'm not going to be able to get outside till the test, and which I got to pay for $60, but it's a lot cheaper than it was in Chicago. Yeah, I'm gonna do a video on that. I'll do a live stream with when I do mine. Let me see. Today's Wednesday. I might be able to do it Friday. That would be. I got to do mine on Saturday for it to be on Friday in America. So I'm probably gonna. Yeah, I have to try to fit it in. It's hard to think about it right now because I got all these things going through my mind. Being over here at a different time, I'm ahead. Well, if you're a smoker, let me tell you, you ain't doing shit. You might have been able to light one up outside the airport, maybe. Um, I can sympathize with you because when I smoked, the first trip I had here, long road to get here, and I wanted a cigarette so bad, and I'm looking. I look at the door. That's when you realize when you're on a plane. There ain't no going outside. And living. I mean, maybe if you could smoke it on the way down, you might get the cherry torn off it by the wind. But oh my God, that was terrible. I no longer have that problem, but I got ability to show for it. Nah, no, you can't. It says no smoking. You can't smoke in here. I mean, it would just stink up this place something fierce. If you did that, if you violated that, I'm sure there's a fine in here. There's no maybe about it here. You might get. Well, I can't speak for Norway, but in America, you might be able to get away with it. You know, but here in the Philippines, they say what they mean. So you're gonna pay. I mean, I don't think it's going to be worth that cigarette, but it's just a what do you call it anyway, Christian? It's you wait 5 days, you got that test, and then go back to the hotel. They don't tell you what time of the day they're coming either, so and who knows? This being a money made any way you can place, they may up end up, I may come up negative or positive anyway. Although I've been negative all the way here. We'll see. But it is sweet, boy. It is sweet. I just wish I didn't have to do that. I wish I could have just flown in here, instead of doing that second leg like that. And down on the street there, I don't know if kids are in school here or not. I don't think they are. But there's a stoplight here on the intersection. Earlier, I saw these little kids and this lady. This jeepney was out in the traffic, and those kids were dodging cars to jump, and the jeepney was moving. This kid ran like heck to jump up on it, and then it had to stop at the light anyway. But they're out there making, selling. Some other guys out there selling some kind of sweetheart things or something else. But this isn't the land of opportunity for many, so people got to make a living any way they can. At least the guy's not out robbing bank. But I can tell you for sure, uh, people in America won't do that. What they'll do on some of the bus routes I was on, they'll save the bottle and fill up tap water, and then try to sell it to you for $1. I mean, when you can buy 48 bottles for $5, you know, 24 pack there, you're gonna make $48 minus the 543. Um, that's if there's a market that day for them. Lots of people don't roll their windows down, depending on what kind of neighborhood they're in. But they're out there trying to make a buck. So in America, on the roads, people would curse them, and the hell's matter with you? Get out of the road. And others would laugh at them for trying to make a living or for doing that. But you know, I'm never gonna. I'll never laugh and if you're gonna laugh about um, a situation like that, do it. Don't do it in front of a person. Wait till you're um, wait till you're out of sight. Because that's not cool. That's not cool at all. We all of us are like I always said when I got the job, the second job I had there at the transit system. we're all just a job away from being poor, you know. So I mean, you, if forced to, that's what you do, you know. Air freshener, huh? Well, I don't know, Christian. You probably have to. I think Febreze would be the best thing. But oh my God. Well, you know what you should try to do if and when you do this process is pick a hotel that has a balcony on it. I picked the one I picked, and I paid $72 a night because I'm in walking distance to Malaysia, so I can go out. I can go out and do whatever, you know. A long walk there. You know, I got a GoPro. There's one thing different between this visit here and the other ones is that I'm not in a hurry. You know, I'm retired now. Got to go back for some other business, but it's a different feeling. You know, I enjoyed it so much when I was here before, and then I have to and having to go back to work just made me miss it more. You know, but you'd like it here, Gary. You're gonna have to shave that. You're gonna have to shave that bird's nest you got there around your lips. Because I can't imagine, understand how anybody in the heat can have facial hair. But it's about what is it here? 30 C, whatever that is. It was 30 Celsius, about 88, maybe 89, and that's at I don't know. My phone changed. 3:41 in the afternoon. Yeah, this was fun here, Christian. I couldn't use my fingerprint to unlock the computer. I don't know why that's the way it is. Gives me two options to enter a PIN and fingerprint. Said use a different finger, but when I scanned it, that's the finger I used, the index finger. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad I quit that shit. You know what I mean? I don't. I would for adrenaline wise, I'd be puffing like a fiend. Something to get through the day from dealing with all those ignorant, idiotic people. Man, it's just we got so many guys that come in there. Well, anyone to get your fingerprint? Yeah, yeah. You could be drunk and passed out, and somebody take your finger. Yeah, you can look at it a whole bunch of different ways, but I feel like I've been inside this room for a week already. But if you ever come, if you ever come, or whenever you come, try to get one with a balcony. I don't even know if they'd allow that, but I mean, in the air like that, ain't nobody gonna get nothing this high up. I think this is the 12th floor. I had to order up one person's favorite beverages. Last time I was in Makate, the hotel I was in had cans of everything in it already, and I asked the young lady, the housekeeping. I guess you got to call housekeeping there everything for everything. I hit the button for front desk and I get a busy signal. We'll figure that one. But I asked for some San Miguel Light. They only have the Pilsner, so I might chance it and drink a couple of those. The person that could do some fingerprints. Really? How so? How could somebody copy your? How could somebody break into your computer when you have a fingerprint? To how can it get hacked? Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. I think I'll reset mine. I have to do that with one of my pension check statements. They I didn't even bring my headset. They they have me change it the password like every quarter. The year 4 months, maybe three. Seems like the last two times I did, I had to change it. I'm pretty sure it's 3 months. Okay, that's a good point. I just like the convenience because that way, in my immediate uh, family, or whatever, nobody can get on here with their thing. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Could be that I'm over here. I don't know if my what do you call it is um, VPN. I got it on Philippines right now, but I don't know. I think the only thing that comes to that is being able to listen to commercials in another language. Of course, I don't know what they're saying on this one, but ooh, I think I got it right with Friday Hideaway 27. That's just the title. That's like the Tonight Show or football. Get on here you Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night. Oh, well, okay. I got you up from your bed, so now you got to go have a cigarette. Oh, you'd have thought you had your girlfriend living with you already. Well, I need to lose this belly anyway. Whew, I'm freaking tired. It's about time. Yeah, you should see this on this mini refrigerator. We got them in America. They're small, and I look under there. There's a compartment, so I open the door, and and um, there's this little. The ice cube tray is like some miniature. It's funny looking at it, man. It's not even. I don't even know how long it would take, and I think to freeze the water, but oh, it'd probably be like having a couple drops of water in your hand. You know, 50 views, huh? Yeah, I'm in prime time right now over here, and in the future, I'm not. I have to go back at least one more time. So in the future, I think I'm going to. But while I'm here, I'll try that too. I'll try to. I'll do mine on 7 a.m. I think we were talking about earlier a couple of days back. I'll do them on Saturday morning. So Saturday morning, Saturday night. I think it's Saturday morning. So I can still have everybody that I have on here from America. You know. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, finally! If you had put finally, I thought I did. I thought I did. Yeah. Well, you know what? Probably a good many folks are out there making their living today. So Sure like that horns around here, you know. Got some construction going on right outside the window here. I don't know what they're making over there. I think it'd be a shame if they blocked the view from here because I'm looking from my room. I could see Makati is the financial center, and Bonifacio BGC is on the other side. That's a different world. I think this area here. Well, I know this area that I'm in right here, from the Mall of Asia and all points from it. East, north, and south. I think they've all uh, progressed in making this area look better, inviting, because the way they're talking about it up there in Clark or whatever they're calling it, uh, tram system or subway system, and this, that, and the other thing, because the ground is higher than it is here. Um, yeah, yeah, Live in Manila could did that too. I like to just keep with the name I got. You know, Craig is here. Oh my God, what time is it there by you, Craig? It goofs me up because I'm here right now. I should be in bed. It's 1:51 a.m. at home. Yeah, I did. Let me tell you something too, boy. You gotta be glad you got your wife over there when you did, because this is chaotic. Stress the shit out of you. Especially if you come from a cold weather state where you're dressed up warmly, and then you get here and it's 80 degrees. I think it's 30 C here today, right now, Craig. What is that? What is that in Fahrenheit? About 90, 88, something like that. No problem here, brother. Jesus. If anybody out there wants to, if they live somewhere in the world that they think they'd like to live where I do, go. I got some cold weather to sell you. 651. Okay. 86 is, yeah. It was 28 earlier. I think we're only supposed to have a high of 80, 80, 82 today. Passed that up pretty good. Yep, yep. I'll show you. I don't know where you're. What part of the Philippines is your wife from, Craig? I'm kind of glad. You know what? If I'd have had a patio, maybe the noise of the San Isidro, North and Leyte. Yeah, I know that guy that's in uh, Life in the Pacific. Used to be retired Samar. Used to be an areographer, so that's why he has good. He does camera work, slowing it down, this and that. He's real good at it. I forget what his name is, but he did. He was in the Navy. He's in Guam right now. I forgot why, but he's from Kayabalik, Kalabaya, something I can't pronounce it right now. But that's up there in northern Samar. Yeah, you know what? The first time I was here, they had the flood. Me and my wife went out, and one of the other friends that were, well, we weren't married then, but another lady came down here from a friend of mine from Facebook, and we all went out. It was it was more than ankle high. Got all the creature comforts here, McDonald's and Jollibee. I got to bust up a couple of those 1,000 peso bills, so maybe I go to each restaurant here on Friday or Saturday. I leave here on Sunday to go. It's my second part of the trip. And then what do you call it? I got it's working great. A converter. I couldn't I looked at a couple converters on Amazon, and I think I paid like 35 or $40 for this, 47. But I got it on my electronics. I mean, I'm sure my computer you don't need nothing different, but I do. But I thought I'd try it out, and it worked well. But they have one that says not made for curling irons, and the one I have both of them. I don't understand why. Why would you not? I mean, if you just want to get something to plug in a phone, I'm testing it right now. And battery's up. Battery isn't hot or nothing, so we're looking good here. Yeah, it's different scenery here as opposed to home. You plug it in, see what happens. If it's yep, can't go wrong for $40, man. I mean that's even a safe way. I would imagine. I'm not an electrician, but I'd imagine that's a safe way also to uh, some kind of like a spike bar surge strip. If that thing got a surge come into it, I think it would trip it, shut it off. But yeah, man, I can't. I spent so much. Oh my god, I'm gonna do that later, Craig. I don't want to have a Friday, actual Friday. If I forget a video, I'm gonna have to do it on a live stream because there's so much of it. I think everybody with this pandemic is trying to follow everybody, or even doing a little bit of a different deal. So it. It's a pain in the ass. So here you go. Now I'm on your time, CB. I'm here down the street from the largest mall in Asia. Is that Mall Asia? They put on an extension to get it back to largest. I forgot who surpassed them. It was a Robinsons, maybe. It had to have been a Robinsons because this Malaysia is an SM, I believe. Yeah, I got there. Oh my God, Craig, you talk about freaking hassles, man. I'm gonna have to do that on. I'm gonna have to do that on actual Friday. See, for a live stream here on Friday, I got to do it on Saturday, don't I? To do it, something like that. Oh my God, it. If the process was more well explained by some of the people that have videos saying what it is, for what it is, not kind of hearing about something. But all I gotta say is, man, you gotta have. I'll tell you one instance I had. To get a 9A visa, you have to show. You have to send them all kinds of information. So I send them all this stuff. Pension statements and bank statements and marriage, report of marriage, report of birth, that kind of thing. So I'm doing good now, CB. Uh, when I was at the airport, I left. I was the first one there and the last one to leave. And the lady says, "Do you have a cop? Do you have your original or copy of your marriage certificate?" I thought, "What?" I said, "No, I don't have that." She said, "So you don't?" I said, "No. How do you think I got this 9A visa? They don't give them to you if you don't. They don't give them to you for this situation if you don't have if you're not married, because it says right on there, married to a Philippine national. So it's said right there, you know. I don't get it, man. So of course I carry around a filing cabinet full of freaking paperwork, you know. That's the thing here, you know. I'm not here, but anywhere with this. I'm gonna tell you guys out there, if you get a rapid test, or they rapid meaning they get it done real fast, antigen that don't fly. You got to have a PCR. I went to Walgreens by me, uh, for the pharmacy store, and I said, "Yeah, I need this test done, PCR test for my travel. Is this for traveling?" I said, "Yeah." So I got it all together. I get down there. Nah, I almost got kicked out of that place, boy. I was snapping on that guy because I started cussing. I go, "It's right fucking there." Point to, fucker says negative. But that comes from being up over 24 hours. I'm not 20 years old, man. And you're trying to do the right thing. You figure you got it all done, but you don't. That's why I say don't ever throw away a piece of paper. Period. I'm good now. So Guawan, CB family. I'm good now. I had ordered some Coca-Cola before. I was gonna try the San Mig light, but they're out of it. So I got to get the pills now. I don't know if I'm gonna like that. So, oh, maybe I can get the. I don't know. All you can do when somebody says here, well, this and that. But you know what the feeling you get here is different from where I come from. Is that they actually mean it. There isn't no maybe about it. If sorry, we can't do this because they say that in America, but then people still bitch enough to get it to get away with it. You know, ah, yeah. After the third one, well, they don't have it. They're out of stock or something or other. I asked her about some. I forget what I asked her, and she told me that. Oh, stock in the refrigerator, something to do with because, like I was saying earlier, I'd been in Makate before at the hotel I was at, and they had uh, samples of everything. They had 4 cans of Coke, they had 4 cans of Mid Light, 4 cans of Pilsner, Mid Light, and like that. But here, when I asked, I forgot what the reason she told me why. But I can accept that. What am I going to do? I'm not. I'm not. It's not for me to decide. I'm a guest here anyway. I mean, I'm a guest in this hotel in the country too. So I don't want to bring that American. Most Americans got that holier than thou attitude. Not everyone, but oh yeah, you could. The thing is with people there where I'm from is they complain a lot till they whoever they're complaining to just gets tired of hearing it, so they just give it to them. But that don't work here. Not my experiences. If it says no left turn, it absolutely means it. Ain't no maybe about it. Everybody in America likes to debate everything. Every wrongdoing. But I can live with that, man. It is what it is, as they say. I kind of hate that term, but um, it is truly the way it is. I'm finally back here, and it feels pretty freaking good. I wish I didn't have to leave. I had this plan of, I may still have to do it, but I got this plan of coming back here. I'm going back to America once a year. That was before all this headache. And go have my doctor appointments there because I have health insurance there. And when I turn Medicare age, I can use that in Guam, though, the Medicare. I just, I think when I called my because my full time health insurance now becomes my supplement. So I unless I can find one cheaper than what I got, if I can, I'll go to Guam because Guam's like a 4 hours from Manila. It's not it's not a 21-hour plus ordeal. You know, it'd be real expensive to live there. But what I would do is I would go there at their Medicare age, and they honor it there because there's a lot of Guamarans, they call them, Guam people that have served in the military, and in say U.S. Territory. So um, I'd much rather go there for any medical stuff. It all depends on what it is and how I'm doing. It feels strange to be up. It feels strange to be so wide awake at 1:45 in the morning or 2:05 a.m. Oh man, back in America it is. Yeah, I forgot. I think I told that girl forget it. I gave everybody something except the guy that brought me. I left my tickets for my next flight on here, and I'm looking. All of a sudden, I'm looking out of curiosity because someone asked me, "When do you leave?" Or when because I have my thing booked. I have my hotel booked till or I have it booked for 7 days from the 10th to 17th. When I leave on the 17th, and I go, man, I couldn't find it. So I called up. I found out. Now this is one of the things that might burn a lot of people. I hit the button for front desk. You get this busy signal. That's all you get. So I just happened to see one of the hospitality workers out there, and I said, "Look, when I came here, the toilet wouldn't flush. I guess it ain't used to American turds." So because of the pandemic, they brought me the plunger. And I didn't. I just had a little laugh about it. I'm not pissed. That's just can't do nothing about it. So she brought up some coke. I called downstairs, and they charged that to my. I don't know if my card's still active to what I put this on in the first place. But if anybody that's in the Western world, if you go anywhere, have at least one credit card that you help yourself out with. I went to my bank and bought some money. I think I might have paid $50 to get uh, 24,500 pesos, like 22.5 for me. So learned that from the not being prepared, it being new to me and everything, traveling way back about 10 years ago. But I love where I'm at. It's gonna suck to leave here again. I'm gonna have to stay on. We got five people in the background here. I don't know if you call it background because this is on. Try to keep track of the medicine time I take stuff. That's kind of difficult right now. There she is, prettiest lady in Zambonga. Zambonga, is that where you are? Simply, I'm here in Manila finally. I got to go on from here to Butuan. There's even a 86 degrees out here for 30 C. Oh, it's 29. Sorry, it went down. Yeah, but it's my kind of weather and my kind of place. Been a long time since I've been here. I almost shed a tear there, boy, when I got to the airport and when I got here. Thought, man, it's been a long road getting here again. You know, I'm in a lot different shape than I was health wise from you know 8 years ago. I'm not I'm not fully well, so it's I'm not going to stop that. I'm not going to let that stop me from enjoying it here. You know. Yeah. Thank you for the greetings. And the thing they give you these dinners, and they're made up pretty good, uh, because you're kind of getting shorted because they had a great buffet here before this all started, and they give me these. They're well done dinners, well done, and they're in like a microwavable tray. At least they call it microwavable. So I put it. It it's on. It has a dish in there and it rotates. Well, this thing is so wide that it won't let it rotate, so it sits still. So now I got to learn to take out. I got to take out that little track and that plate and put it in there. But it don't take long to fire it up. I mean, it gets hot. A couple minutes. But I got my Wi-Fi on the phone. I got my Wi-Fi on the laptop. Warm cocoa, waiting on it to cool down. I use this little small bed. They got two beds here. One's a single, kind of like what you would have for a kid, and then there's the double, the queen. So I use this bed right here by the window for my suitcases. I got to retire these suitcases too. These things are crap. I'm probably the only one in the airport with luggage this is old. I'm going to get some of those with the harder shell on them. But at the laptop and the carry-on one, I don't know how many times I knocked it over. When I get to the airport in Chicago, I go through all the checkpoints and all that stuff. I said, you know, I told the guard, I said, man, TSA guys, I don't see my passport. So he goes to look for it. Yeah, I got a good view. You'll see it here in a moment. And it could only be anywhere where I was. It wasn't that big of an area, but it was in the what it ended up being is in top of the carry-on, the top pocket. It was lying down, so it blended in with the pocket, But here's the view. I'll show you the view now, Chris. The view from my window. You should be able to see it. That's Macate's Financial Center. They're off in the distance. I don't know if you can get a good look at it. Building down here. I don't know what they're building, but they got a little dinky hotel there. That's a construction trailer. I think all these buses are something new. That green one down there's a bus that we had at the transit system that we got rid of because it was a piece of crap. Did you see that well enough, Craig? Yeah. That's what I asked them because I mean, I was sending them email after email because here, in America, you have to constantly remind somebody or a place so they don't forget. But they answered me back once and they said, "We got it, we got it. You can stop doing it," kind of thing. So request that I had for and they didn't get it for the extra virgin olive oil. I bought a brand to for the week from home, and that stuff tastes nasty. So I don't know. As soon as it's 4 o'clock, I take another pill. Yeah, it's a nice view out there. Very nice. McCarthy in the background kind of looks like New York City. Yeah, I know they want to build a new Clark, the former Air Force base. They want a lot of government buildings and such, but because this is closer to sea level. But they're doing a lot of building here too. Matter of fact, all this stuff here. Oh, okay, you had to help the owner's wife with what? So you didn't go out there and push a car, did you, Christian? That's the last thing you need for your back. Oh no. I'd tell her to get out and push, and you do the driving. Looks like it might rain tonight, but man, I sure hope the weather's good that day. When I when I get tested. I'm on the 12th floor. Yeah, well, there's some beep in here. I don't know what the hell it's for, but I can hear it right now. Around nobody really, whatever they learn in driving school, they throw it out the window. But it all works here. I mean, people beep. They use the horn to let you know here I am. Yeah, it does. It does mean that accidents don't happen, uh, but they do. But by us with these scooters and everything, and these guys doing what they want to do, it irritates because they don't obey the rules of the road up there. A lot of people don't where I'm from. Full gas and ice. Ooh. Yeah, you should try it in the bus, boy. When you got traction control and you can't turn the sucker off, and you don't have enough power to turn those wheels. You would think a bus that weighed 18 ton would not have a problem, but they do. Up a hill, huh? So she probably thought it wasn't a good idea, but she did it anyway. That sounds like me when I was younger. Yeah, up a hill. She didn't slide. There weren't any other cars on the street that she could have slid into, was there? Homeowner's wife. Well, if she's a rather large woman, you could have put her with have her sit on the hood with you have front wheel drive there. Have her sit on the hood so you got extra weight on there. Huh. Well, I had a moving truck once when me and my second wife sold the house, and we moved to the rental place for. We weren't there that long, but they had not plowed. We have alleys. We had alleys where I was, back of the house called an alley, and I had a moving truck, U-Haul, and that sucker. I don't know how much rubber I built. All I could do there was spin enough on that ice till I wore it away, and the tires caught the ground. And it took me about 45 minutes, just constant back and forth, and I got it done. But it was a moving truck, so I didn't give a shit about the engine, the transmission, or the tires. But the only alternative I had was to have it towed out, and I wasn't going to do that. Oh, yeah, that's like her refusing, or someone refusing to believe that they're not going to do it alone. It ain't going to happen. Oi, there's Mrs. JB's here. I just decided to come on YouTube here instead of doing a. I probably should have did a, what do you call it? I didn't expect that many people to show up. Uh, I'll definitely do one on whenever possible, closest to Friday or Friday in America. That would be what, Saturday Saturday night, Philippines. Ah, taking your spot, man. Well, you'll have it on there before long. Did you plan on doing one now? I didn't know. I was just talking to Christian earlier, and I thought, well, I got the computer up and going with the help of him, of course, that I would come on here. JB got in there, what, today? Would you have a 2 hour flight, JB? I had an eternity. It My hearing isn't that good anyway, but the Japanese broken English is terrible. And I mean, it's so freaking hard to hear, It's a nice airline, All Nippon Airways, ANA, but the seats in that thing were terrible. I think I had more comfortable seats in the 737 or 757 with United. The seat, it was a new plane. It wasn't that old. 787, not old. Um, they have three seats on each aisle, middle and opposite sides. And it's very long plane, longer, it's narrower and longer. What time did you plan on doing your live stream there, JB? Are you pulling my Johnson here? This gent. I'm a gent. Oh my God, you give me too much credit. I know JB's not happy unless she's talking. Well, better to use that horn than not to out there, that's for sure. That wasn't my fault. You'd have been up anyway. They don't work on this thing either. All my fingerprint to activate the phone and the computer don't work for some reason. Yeah. You just take my spot. Oh, well, yeah, I probably should have conversed with you, huh? Yeah, I don't want you hitting me or nothing like that. You might hurt me. I don't know how many times I filled out my name on the way here. It to me in the airport. I don't think you had it. Did you have to have that one held pass, JB? Because I I show it when I get off the plane, and then I show it to the army guys that were doing this part of the immigration thing, and then I showed it at the actual immigration booth, and then I showed it again where I get my luggage, and like, oh, Jesus. I don't think I could have made it down the stairs without showing that the first time. You know what I mean? Well, now you're probably going to have stiffer competition now that I'll be in your time zone. So, well, you being a girl, you get more actually because you're a woman. It helps. But I'm going to wait as long as I can before I got to go back that one more time. Get rid of my cars. What's up, Michael? I finally made it, Mike. I'm in your world now. Maybe I should have took this thing to the StreamYard, but I'm on the fringe of running out of free time. Day one here, Michael came in here last night. Night, the lobby and every. It's a nice building, but the regular price on here. Hello, Michael from Viking. But you guys can read the comments anyway, right? It I think it's a one. I think it's either 142 or something. Right, 135, 142 U.S. Uh, pre-pandemic. For me, it was 72 here. I just don't see 140 bucks for a room like this. You know, I stayed at a place in I stayed at a place in Pesa. It was VIP suites, apartmente or something like that. And that one had the outside of the building that didn't look like much, but inside and the rooms they're all top notch. Surfing the crappy, yeah, you're used to that crappy internet. I'm going between one and two bars here. I hate to see what it's going to be like where I'll be broadcasting anything from. I might have to make up some kind of like a flagpole to put a dish up there to get maybe it will help with the signal. You know, of course, when there's a storm and it blows it down, you got to put it right back up. I talked to my wife earlier, and the signal was bad. That it kept dropping with, with calling off a messenger here. Well, it doesn't matter if I like it or not. It's all I have. If I had to struggle that much with that there, then I mean, I've done it before when I didn't know anything about streaming, and it took like 20 over a day, over 24 hours for it to load a 5-minute video. Dave Wallace, how you doing? Yeah, I finally made it here. Finally, I just hate the thought of even having to go back at all. Golly, I can't tell you how good. It's super, super nice to me. There's been so many changes right here in this area. So many new complexes going up, hotels, restaurants. They're keeping up with Bonifacio Global City. Trying to anyway. Architecture here is pretty nice. Oh, Jamie made it, huh? This is everybody who's anybody's here, huh? 3:27 a.m. What did you wake up for, Jamie? Did you have this sixth sense that I was having a live stream here? I bet you're not going to turn your camera on right now, are you? Yeah, golly. I missed this place more than I'd miss anywhere that I lived in America. You know? Yeah, sixth sense. I'm looking forward to that. I don't have to lug around a freaking suitcase and all this other baloney. No, you're not turning the camera on? Oh, come on. Jamie Michael says hello. Craig says hello. Look at all these, and then Viking too. My God, all these guys got to say hello to you all of a sudden. You become the most popular groupie on this live streams that I have. Yeah, you're the only one that has a sixth sense, huh? I thought JB has sixth sense. I guess that wasn't true, huh? Yeah. Oh, sex sense. Yeah, you got a sex sense, all right. That's for sure. You and Ronald, guys, be the minister of entertainment. You know, she doubt that, does she? Is that right? See? Oh, you're gonna get us in trouble here now, Christian. Mi amore, hello. Look at this. Now that I'm on Philippine time, I got it. I got the right people on here now. If I'd have done this on American time, you guys wouldn't be here. We're just kidding around, JB. It's nothing serious. Whew. I don't think I'm gonna get any beer tonight, man. Bossy master, huh? Bossing master. I never heard that word bossing. He's not a boss. He's not a bossy guy. He's a very knowledgeable. He'll be fine as long as his lady lets him smoke all the cigarettes he wants, and she can eat all the carrots she wants. Yeah, yeah. That's quite the story that Unbothered has as to how she acquired that name. We Boy, we only got what, two guys on here, three guys total. All the other ones are women. These must be because of the Viking being. Everybody must have heard the Viking was going to be here. Oh, now it's a party with the professor here. Oh, I'm surprised you're up at this hour, Ronald. 2:30. Well, you got midnight. Well, it's midnight by you. 12:30 by you. 12:30 a.m. So yeah, should have did a regular live stream, but I didn't want to eat up all my. What do you call it? I think it goes from the 10th to the 10th. So only for my besties. Yeah, got a good group of people here. King. So yeah, you know what? If I ever saw Dave says hi, Professor. If I ever saw Ronald other than a sitting position, I would think it was a mirage or something. You know? Poop, poop. I'm gonna stay here. I think I called downstairs. I think I get my test on the 15th. I'll be here. I leave for a minute now in Sunday, 17th. And I left my papers downstairs. Started freaking out. But I got it. Everything's all right here now. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday here. It's Tuesday night, but the rest of you. Oh no, it's early morning. It's 14 hours. Mm. All right. Yeah, 14. Mm. Hey, what? Oh, you're gonna have. I'm gonna the 15th. You have your test on, JB. Maybe you'll be at the same clinic. I don't know which one they're taking me to. They make this. They make this like it's such a covert thing, where they gotta in the middle of the night they're gonna herd you into this van and drive you off to this. If mine comes up positive, it'll be bullshit because I've been tested so freaking much. There's a place in Illinois by the airport that I did it, and I'll have all that. I'll talk about all that. Would be my Saturday evening and your Friday, because this is it isn't what makes this difficult. This process is that a lot of people aren't very clear as to what it is you actually need. You know, when you go to your own pharmacy and they give you something you don't need, then you find out that it's not what is required. It's like, especially when you've been up 20 over 24 hours. I just came on here basically to just Christian help me out get this thing go set up, and I thought, well, I'll just come on here and see how it is. And I didn't expect to. I didn't expect to have this happening like this. Her flight was probably better than mine. I'm gonna pick a different. Oh man, those were the worst seats I ever sat in my life. I couldn't get comfortable no matter what way I did it. It didn't matter. I think I think JB's flight was 2 hours, or was it 3 hours? You know what I gotta say though, the run in when I was in the 767, the takeoff and land, well, the landing were coming in, taking off from Chicago was a real rough. Then when we landed, it was rough again. But the newer plane, either that or this guy I had the last flight was more experienced because it thing touched down without hardly a bump. That's the largest car alarm I've ever heard of. That's a fire truck. I bet that's a fire truck, not a cop car. You understand English? Saxon Norwegian is all six. I just feel like they got to spell it different, huh? Yeah, you own the panel, huh? You mean plane? PLA. You got penny. Uh, plane. Yeah, I didn't know what you were trying to. Well, kind of, but you never know. Yeah, you know what? I was like, I get this priority porting. I'm like, they said, "Oh, do you need a wheelchair?" I said, "No, I don't need a wheelchair." Like, and so I get this priority boarding, and there was no point in it because it was it was hardly scattering the people on it. It was nothing. Usually my experience is the overhead that's above my seat. I got to go way the hell another direction to use it. You know, on ambulances got long sirens like that, Michael. So where there were four seats in the middle, mostly there was two and maybe two people. On the sides where there were two seats, there was one, and three seats there was just this older lady that lives somewhere in here, Manila, Makati. She had it made because on two flights I was there to load her carry on up into the what do you call it? Oh, there it is. The hell's that? Like there's it's either police or an ambulance, and it's sitting there with its lights on, but nobody moves for it. I see what the scooters and that do. They get right up to the front, which is probably best because they people on scooters are going to take more liberties when it comes to driving, anyways. Unless he's pulling a car over, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, it was some kind of rescue. So I never saw these buses here before when I was here last time. They got regular transit system buses like the ones I drove. Far fewer jeepneys. JB, have a whole plane yourself. Yeah, we. I bet on at least the second flight for sure. We could all fit in first class. I got to tell you, man, having that mask on all the time, I can't, I couldn't sleep like that because I don't think that's good for your heart to have to breathe like that. It actually made you feel like you had somebody sitting on your chest. Ooh. Well, I got a couple of crabby people, huh? Oh, kind of. It's probably a queen size bed that professor has. Got to play nice. Well, yeah, you came what 2 hour flight from Hong Kong? I mean, if you had to do this for 20 some hours, it wouldn't be that way. The only plus side to with all these airlines, they have a baggage agreement. Is once I left Chicago, I didn't have to bother with it. the check till I got here, you know. And then immigration lady asked me, she said, "Oh, you you have anything to declare?" You know, I said, "No, I bought my kid a couple of cars." Well, we know that, you know, so either that or they looked in it, or other than X-ray. But go, gotta simmer down there, folks. Craig bought us all pizza, huh? When did he do that? You know, the night of the first night when I came back and I hadn't slept, I called Domino's. I was on that phone on wait for 15 minutes. Then I called up Pizza Hut, and it was worked out a lot better. I don't have toys. I don't have to declare. Well, you know, I'd forgotten because they want to know. That's it's just she asked me that. I just said no. I don't have anything in my bag, you know, except for what I had in my check. I think she meant maybe because I had all these sunglasses or something in there. They're just little cars for my son. Yep. Yeah, there you go. Like this little thing like this. Bought it at Walgreens at home. I got him this and another one, and the way they are, those little all his cousins, he feels like they're gonna steal them. I'm like, you know what? You can share your stuff with them, you know. But when they leave, they'll leave it what they were playing with here. But yeah, that's a hot rod right there. 20 minutes. Yeah, you know what? I'm I'm gonna get that when I fly to Butuan because I believe and they don't tell the travel agency doesn't say to you, well, if you're taking a domestic flight on with a turboprop plane, I think those run on gas, right? Um, the weight limit's different. Instead of being 50 pounds, it's 44, and carry on is 7 kilos when they allow. Yeah, you're with me. All right. Um, yeah, you got the power. Last time I was here, I had such an expensive. I think it was $50 each way. Fine, 50 or 75. And how much did they fine you? How much did they find you? Fine you, JB? Was your fine about 5,000, 6,000 peso? Oh man, but they got my dinner here, man. I don't know if you can actually order food from outside. They got a menu here for proof where you know what? That's ridiculous. That is so absurd. Ask you for proof. Since when do you have to prove where you got your clothes at? I don't get it. I guess I can understand if you had well, you have all those shoes. That's probably one thing, but maybe that's why. But I mean, come on, man. They expect you to save receipts. That's the only thing I don't care for here is that uh, you gotta prove the obvious. I heard somebody telling the story of I don't know where they went to a store or a bank. 1Q Hong Kong, 1K Hong Kong, 1,000. Oh, you mean they wanted to see before you left, not when you came here? Oh, some guy. They said he got took this money out of your wallet. He had showed him this money. They said, "Where'd you get that from?" He said, "My pocket." No, where did you get it from? They wanted him to have. They expected him to have a receipt. Everything's with a receipt. So is when you have a car, you have the license renewal, proof of ownership. They want you to have the receipts with it too. Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting my other Booth One City. I got a channel on here. This lady's Nick and Jean's life in the Philippines. They live where I'll be. So man, oh man. They thought you were. They probably thought you were trying to sell all that stuff. They're probably talking about the shoes, right, JV? Maybe friend, but yeah, the next Dutch health. You know what? That is insulting. Uh, the way of thinking about somebody. They thought you was being a helper, couldn't afford that. You know. Of course, you don't ever want to have to tell everybody every way you made your money or whatever, rental the properties. So it sounds as ridiculous as the lady that asked me, um, "Do you have your marriage certificate?" When I have a 9A, and part of the requirement is to show, Manila does, a long time ago. They got a copy. That's what you have to get a 9A visa. In my case, you can't get one without proof. You can't get one without proof of anything. I mean, you would think that it would stop with the top dog, but it doesn't. Hmm. Did you did you set them straight, JB, when they made that statement? That would have been. Yeah. Well, it's not only Hong Kong, but see that shows you people's thinking. You know, they think because of you know what most of the people say. I bet you the majority of people in the United States would look at the Philippines and go, "How can you can't afford that?" You know, and even here, there's people that turn their nose up at people. There's nothing. You know what? There's nothing wrong with anyone here, anywhere. They live like they live, and they get by like they get by, and that doesn't. The last thing anybody needs is somebody. I guess that's just way some people make themselves feel better is to try to put down other people. Figure if I wait long enough here, I'll watch somebody hit somebody. Hold. Oh, oh my goodness. What did you what you do that because of the nature of my job? Yeah, understand that, but you had been how many years over there? You know that is. Oh, hold on. Hey there. All right. Thank you. This thing keeps falling off all the freaking time. I'll drink that one now. Dinner time like I'm in jail. Oh, what the hell they got in here? Hey, you know what? You know what the biggest you know what the biggest compartment on this what do you think holds the biggest compartment? What type of food? Rice. If it wasn't rice, I would think there's something wrong. Yeah, biggest compartment's got rice. You know what I was telling Christian earlier. I said when they at the airline had pretty good food for an airline, A and as soon as this Filipino sitting next aisle over, as soon as she or Filipina, as soon as she got her dinner, she went right for the rice, right for it. And I knew how much rice means to folks over here, but you couldn't have you couldn't have you could have turned a hose on her and she still would have gotten to that. She still wouldn't let nobody mess with that rice. Yeah, might well be. They're pretty well done too. I don't know where they get them from. Thing is, they don't tell you. Is this container right here? It's too big to rotate in that microwave. And how I know? Well, when I go to take it out, I gotta hold my hands on there pretty good to keep it from collapsing. That's about what it is. You know that they gave me a pretty good some sort of seafood in there. I don't know what that was. It had some kind of brown gravy on it or something. Yeah, smell of pork, man. What the hell is this? Somebody want to tell me what this is? What is that? It's seaweed and some other shit. What is this? You Filipinos should know this. It almost looks like a gigantic pea pod. Yeah, but I bet you, I know if I could have had food off their buffet down here, I would have been a lot. So you guys don't know what it is here? You the Filipinos in the house here don't know what this green thing was? Tell me what that is. What is that? I guess the worst thing that could happen is I got to spit it out, right? Yep. The biggest compartment on this food tray is rice. Now, what would the Filipinos here think if you got a dinner like this in your hotel room? If the smallest compartment on here had rice and not the biggest, would you be mad? Seaweed, yeah, kind of look. I don't know what's in it. What's it's a it's a wrap to hold something or other. I don't know if you can you even eat that seaweed. I have no idea. Yeah, I just went from just a couple of minutes. Eggplant. Okay. So do you eat the whole thing, JV? Is what it's wrapped in, or just what's inside of it? Oh, you can eat the seaweed. Okay. What? Don't know. Yeah, what's inside? Yeah. Well, that's the question. Whether I like it or not, I'm gonna have spices that are nation spice. I think we got chicken here of some kind. So do you chew on the whole thing, or you only eat what's inside of it? Gosh, freaking containers flimsy. Well, I don't want to eat the thing it's held in if it's gonna make me spit it out. So break that down for me, Dave. What is that? Tortellong? Torta tortatellong? If it's good enough for people here to eat, then I can eat it, right? Yeah, short along. Yeah. You got all these. Uh, so you can eat the whole thing then, huh? I don't know. That's what I want to know, man. No, I don't want to. I don't want to eat this. To be, I like the insides tasty. The stuff it's wrapped in sucks. Marvin Gaye. Well, I'm not on my. I'm not on my American. I got my Globe. You sent me that on Messenger, Ronald. Sexual healing. Is that what you sent me? There you are. I'll play that later. Well, wait a minute. I got to respond here. I'll play that later, dude. Oh, uh oh. Forgot on the air conditioner. FR. What the hell does that mean? thing runs so much it froze up the coil on it or something. What the fuck? Not gonna work for me now. Yeah, fair. Yeah, you know what though? That's in the container's flimsy enough as it is. Barely holding it on there. You think this? What does that mean on this freaking? All of a sudden this. All of a sudden this. Uh, Air conditioner is flashing FR. I don't know what that means. Yeah, we gotta keep our tempers in place here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, there's nothing like processing that melted plastic in your colon there, Craig. Yeah, yeah, I'll take you up on that advice. So, any knowledgeable mechanic type people here? What does that mean? I have the where the temperature setting is. I got it at 21 because it's lower for air. Oh, oh. And then I had all of a sudden it wasn't running no more, and it said FR. Captain Billy Jack. Loot you ordered, yeah. Thank you for showing up, Captain. I would. You'd have to strap me down to a table to have me eat that shit. You know, Dave, are you living over here, Dave Wallace? You live here in the Philippines or you over in America? My flight was a long, and I might as well had a plane from the Green Acres series because those seats sucked. The role I was in, there was hardly anybody on there, um, and the gaming, what do you call it, on mine was not working, and the plane isn't that old. It's a 787. So, oh my God, UK, if yeah. Well, I'm in Wisconsin, so it's not just a little better. You might get 2.5 months of good weather. About it. I can't imagine having a happy disposition with that kind of freaking. It's depressing. Yeah, yeah, I made it here, but mine was a odyssey. That's for sure. It got my ulcer throwing fits, but I'm here. I'll probably do that more in detail. Yeah, alcohol ban. Oh, you mean why I didn't? Well, how could a hotel not have any San Light? Were they on strike or something? Yeah, you'll drink for me. Okay. There's an alcohol ban here. Maybe that's why I didn't get it. She said they had Pilsner, but they didn't have light. And I forget. But my experience, uh, Captain, is it wasn't the precautionary measures for this pandemic thing. It was the lack of information. They the travel agency sends you this message, check the day you're leaving, that says check into whatever the requirements are. Well, of course nobody will, because they wouldn't make as much money if they told everybody what they should do up front. Because you know what, these tests, that the rapid antigen, they don't accept that one, and only the other two. And my and I didn't have one of the other two, so that created a fit for me. I'm not normally like that, but they got working there with a heavy with a Japanese accent, so they didn't. When I wanted clarification, the guy wouldn't, you know, didn't help me. He really angered me because I didn't know. I didn't know what the hell, why it wasn't good. So I just think that if the requirements for that, how come if you're ever going to have one of those tests, have it at a place that has a lab. Because if you go to like Walgreens, where they got to FedEx it out and back, it that don't work well with your travel plans. So, and I don't know how they have facilities down there, but you pay $165. But it got me where I'm at. And these two other folks in front of me were from one. I don't know if one guy was Malaysian. I don't know where the woman was from. Maybe here, maybe that was brother and sister. But they were in Missouri. They spent $210 a piece. Oh, they do, huh? That's why I can't get my beer here? Shit. Well, they told me they had Pilsner, but I'm like, well, how come you don't have the other one? So I'll have a couple of those in due time. You know. Yeah, I don't see the effectiveness of this alcohol ban. Is it supposed to be so people don't socialize? So if you're hanging out at somebody's house outside, you can't have any beers like that either. I mean, I'm in a ah Manila was either two or three. I think it went from two to three while I was coming here. But they have malls open. People congregate there. You know, um, maybe if they had it where you could have a beer, but you'd be 6 feet apart, maybe that would help them. But I'm in a hotel here. Um, People in the lobby, in the taxi I was in. You know, I just think ah you gotta go back to normal regardless of what it is in the future, because you can't keep you're affecting people's all three out of what they have, five or six levels, I don't even know. People, the Spanish flu came around 1900s, killed 500 million people worldwide. I didn't never knew that till this came thing. But they didn't have no vaccinations or nothing back then. Scars, the strong survive. So I just think testing. No kidding. Yeah, I get this message. My signal is under. I forgot what. It's been at one or two since I've been on here. So that's got to be the shittiest video quality too, I'd imagine. Yeah, you got that, and then you got these moron politicians, at the same time. Yeah, drink tonight. There you go. That's the spirit, Michael. Drink tonight so you can restock tomorrow. I mean, why put off today? Why put off today what you can do tomorrow? Ugh. I got a TV that has badly dubbed voiceover. It's worse than the Japanese ones. Look who's here, Viking 2. Well, yeah, the seats were in the planes, the 787 and the 777 or 767. They were shitty. They were like sitting on concrete on your ass. There was no way I could get comfortable on them. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad I'm here. I hate the thought of even having to go back one more time, but I think by the time that time comes, I figure 2 to 6 months I'd be. But I would like to think by then they're gonna just have to resign themselves to the fact that we have to live a little differently here, and that's all we can do for this thing. You know, Craig, hello gear. Oh, yikes! So that means no bars open then. Yeah, I can't go to the Cowboy Grill. Love that place. Jollibee need a fax card. Oh yeah, I wonder if that's the entire chain because there's one right next door to me here. I got a Vax card from where I'm from, but what does that? That don't say a whole hell of a lot, man. It's then you got employees back there that are extremely close to each other. And all they got to do is cough or sneeze or whatever, and then they got it. So yeah, you're the finance minister, huh? Yeah. Oh, well, requires the card much. They're doing a lot. You know what? They're doing it a lot more now. I mean, those places like McDonald's and Jollibee, they can do that because they have a drive-through. So they're not gonna. If there's really, but what sucks by us is that they don't allow a person to walk up to the window in the drive-through. So if you don't have a car, you don't get anything from them. I don't think, I don't think that, I don't think people sit in McDonald's and eat right now. I think they got the lobby closed. If they have the drive-through. I see the facial expressions of people's cars when I do go through the drive-through there, and they park their car and they head toward the building, and they look on their face when they come back saying, you know, now I'm pissed off because I can't go in there and eat. Yeah, I don't get that, man. So I was vaccinated last year in April, May. Nearly died from that shit, and it's stupid, man, because it's only it's it'd be a year in April, which we're 4 months away from, and that's saying that I don't have it. I'm not that much better off than anyone else. I don't think right now. Oh, yeah, the bank, right? I see the lines of, you know what? I don't mind getting them sending the money the way I do because I've had that experience about the lines in the banks, and people are, I don't know what time they open up here, 10, but Damn near gear, not damn near, man. I'm surprised they didn't ask for that. They're not. It's well, you know what, man? If you know how they do, like they love their paperwork here, right? So it's like repetition. It's like every station they got at this airport. They got a station when you first walk in. You do an interview with the soldier type guy, looks up your vax stuff, and then you move on to immigration, another immigration spot. And she asked me if I had a copy of my uh, yeah, thank you, Ronald. She asked me if I had a wedding copy of my or copy of my marriage certificate. I said, you don't get a 9A visa without that. How can you? Oh, frick, what is that? I said I was married. And told her what year, a while ago. And shit. Oh boy. But when that health pass, that you show that when you walk in, and you show it a second time. And then you go downstairs to where your luggage is, but you got to go to another table with it and show them. And then you go out to the taxi. Then you got to show them. Yeah. Then I get here to the hotel and I got to show them too. What the fuck? I put it away. I stopped putting it away after the first two times because I got tired of digging it out again. It was, but I guess it isn't a hard thing to do. It isn't. It's the information that you're giving back where I'm from that's the killer because when you buy your stuff online, 9 or 9:30. Yeah, I'm not into standing in line in 90-degree weather waiting to get in. You know, then you got to take a number like a butcher shop. I just send the money and pick it up for $3 or whatever, and not be done with it. But repetition here, I guess there's people just looking to. It's kind of hard to find any logic in the way that one was done, but you got it. Your main thing here was that one health pass. I had to make out a second one since I was a day later, but I had them both there, so I showed the guy at O'Hare, the airlines guy. I said, well, today the day was the 10th, but I said you got to have it. It's got to be for the next day because that's when you get there. Logically, we go, what's the difference? I feel like you do too, but that ain't the way it works. But over by the problem people have, the problem that there is they don't make it clear enough and specify enough when you buy your tickets online through these travel agents that you must have a PCR test or that other one above it. That antigen one, I thought I had the right one because when I looked online, Walgreens had for the store I had eliminated that bottom one, so there were only two left. And when you go to a pharmacy, they gotta ship it out, and then it gets sent back, and that could take a week. So you can't logically, if you got 72 hours, was it 72 hours from the time you got tested or the time they took it out the door? But I had to pay this place in Chicago, but $165. But these two people I saw from Missouri, Malaysian and Filipino, they paid over 200. Yeah, yeah. Well, yes, exactly. It finally makes sense there, guy. I had to snap up on the name while I was there, and I forever had to explain differently. But here I am. I am actually a Yank in the Philippines now. So. because I had so many people ask me that. So what I would think, you gotta ask questions with everything. You just do, and they want a PCR, and they don't make that clear enough. So when you find out what it actually is, because I was furious because I'm thinking I got what I need, and Walgreens eliminated that smaller antigen test. So I thought they did on their website. And as soon as you say it's for travel, you think you're getting what you should be getting, and then you find out from some guy that speaks broken English with a Japanese accent that it's not. But I gotta say, they got a facility down there. It's an 8-minute trip to and from, and super cool young guy worked there. You go in there, get swabbed. Yeah, when they're not overly busy, you get it back in a hour. How could they do it in an hour and then you know Walgreens can't? So they send from that facility. They send the findings to the airline and to your email, so you both have it. That doesn't mean you don't have to show yours. You have to show it. Make sure it's yours. They you both have the same information. When I got here, it was a bit confusing for the guy that was talking to me. Um, because all I had I didn't have, I didn't want to eat up my data here. I don't even know how much I had on the AT&T one, but after I got my Globe, for a month, $25. It what 1,000 peso, whatever that is, 25 bucks, and unlimited call and text. Imagine that they mean that within the country. That is a great deal for me. I mean, I pay 65, but as long as you're in a place with Wi-Fi, you're not going to eat that data up. So that's shit. 20 some dollars is oh, that's great for me. So I got that. Yeah. Well, you know what? I had that. Michael had that exact same thing on my sheet. Said negative, and the Japanese guy, kept trying to tell me he looked it up on their phone. That's no good. I said, yeah, it's good. I didn't understand what was going. Why isn't it good? I assumed that based on my son had just done it. Only he had. It took 24 hours to get his results back. So I thought it was kind of odd that I got mine back in 56 minutes. So I left my phone in my son's car, all kinds of shit. Otherwise, I'd have stayed overnight there. I was pissed, man. They almost had the cops there for me. I said, so I don't have a phone. Could you call and have them explain this? No. Says no. I can't do anything without the phone. I don't live here. That's not my problem, he said. Ah, I almost became my father there for for a few moments. I said, "There's a fucking test right there," and I'm pointing at the. He goes, "Sir, you got to quit swearing." He tries saying it to me real quiet. I thought he got to come around the counter there and put his hand on me. That'd have been a mistake. But this whole process felt all these people got to get their shit together and have it all the same. You know, that's what they need. The travel agencies that sell you those tickets, they wait until the last hour to send you something when you got all this shit in your head and you're going running around getting all this stuff ready, and you think you got it all when you find out you don't. But I think it's a scam to pay as much to pay what I did, but these other two people got scammed even more. but they're very efficient, this place, and there's always a taxi there. I went the first day. We only went to the front door. We didn't know it was around the back. I only found this out by googling the address. So, and when in fact I could have gotten that test that night, day, and stayed because I wasn't in the mood to be running around. But very efficient over there. The guy worked there, young guy works there. He's cool. I got my info in there. It came back negative, and I was on my way. Of course, when you're a single traveler, I don't know about females, but I had all kinds of different people from the airline and the security people constantly looking at my passport. I'm just sitting there and I go, "Sir, can I see your passport and ticket?" Man, non-reactive, huh? I was negative on both of it. I didn't know. I had no idea what the difference was. I really, clinically, I don't know what they test and don't test for. Yeah, and what threw me was because Walgreens eliminated the third choice, which was the antigen test. So I was assuming that I was getting the one I needed to get because they have this colored a spot on their website. The blue and the red mean that they do the PCR, and there's another one. Okay, they don't have the antigen on there anymore, but that's the test I got. So anyway, it all worked out. I'll do a rant on that. We'll have to see what's going on. Well, it'll be your guys Friday in America. I don't know what time I got to do that here. Saturday afternoon, something like that. To be Friday night. But I'll explain it all from beginning to end. But it should, just for people's peace of mind, they oughta tell you that immediately after you've purchased your tickets. Don't do this fine print thing down the road. But now that I've experienced that, now I can mention it to other folks, and maybe that'll help them out. I hate being the pioneer in this case, though. But it was what it was, as they say, and here I am. Around here, man, I'm gonna tip everybody out so much the first time here. But I don't mind that because I have it. So, you know, I appreciate the things that people do for a living, not the suck ass things, but, the housekeepers here, the guy that helped me take my baggage up here. I forget his name, Lenivo. Maybe you Filipinos out there know the name. Sounded like Lenny Lanovo or something. I don't know, but he's a real good guy. Yeah, I don't know. I said, "Here's." I gave him 200 for that. He was appreciative, and the taxi driver wasn't talking a whole hell of a lot until I gave him his, and then all of a sudden he was. But I mean, for them to get $12, that's no skin off my nose. I mean, if you're gonna when you go out on these ventures like this or vacations, your holiday, you got to expect that you're gonna be paying out. Doing what you got to do. I'm pleased to see. Yeah, well, I took my G. Well, you know what? People that have not found that G spot, they can't have this hat, man. So, any all out there that once this is like the like like the medal for finding it. I got two G spots here because I'm a three-time G spot winner. So I'm like the grand poobah of this stuff. The service, the food here, I got to say, Gary, is pretty good, real good. Not what I would have had in the buffet here, but these are done by a actual chef, and they're pretty tasty. They're not garbage. Of course, like I was saying earlier, I don't know if you were here, but the biggest compartment has what in it? Rice. Yeah, that would be the biggest no-no in the world. If you had the smallest food container spot had rice in it, not the biggest one. I gotta say, on the airline I flew ANA, and they had. I was surprised that food down there was pretty good. Would I want it every day? Nah, but it was good as airline food goes. It was better than expected. It's just the rest of this, just those seats, man. If you got to go somewhere and you're going to be on a plane 14 hours, you got to have the seat. The seat on the second flight I had was like sitting on the concrete. It just hurt. But if I moved to the seat in front of that one had cushion. It had a little bit more, but I could not get myself comfortable any which way. Oh, they served beer on the flights. They stayed on mine. I saw it, but I didn't order any on there. I mean, I felt kind of sick when this turbulence we had flying um, into Tokyo. That 787 plane was. You really didn't. It was really hard to tell whether those tires touched down or not. It was very smooth. Either that or the pilots just weigh that much way better than the other. Ass plane, yeah. You know what? You could have really you could have joined the Mile High Club there and not get busted. That's because it's like in a movie theater. You don't got nobody sitting on each side of you for 10 seats. The only souring I had this experience. Oh, the hotel. Yeah, that's what I got here, Gear. They don't when you're in quarantine, you get these meals. They don't tell you how long to nuke them for either. This is pork binagu, bina, binagugayan, but and fried get out of fried tilapia, steamed vegetables. So I'm not a big Asian spice person or flavors, but uh, this stuff is pretty good. I had some kind of seafood something or other lunchtime, but that was pretty good. Yeah, they didn't send for breakfast. They didn't send me like the boxes for little kids. The little I don't even know if they make them anymore. But I'm here. It's just when you're real tired and you're showing the same. You just go, Jesus, just get me to the fucking. I'm thinking just the last time I filled something out, I go, that's it. And then there's something else. And then the hotel people, you're always so tired. They're like, "Oh, sorry, it's not really. It's just a form. It's not really. It doesn't really mean nothing." But I'm like, they probably want to see me go to my room as bad as I wanted to get there. I can't open the windows here. And in the corridor, there's windows you can open, but oh beer. I thought I'd have myself. I thought I'd have a little one man party here tonight, but um, it don't look like it's gonna happen. Matter of fact, this whole thing that I'm doing now, I didn't. I still got that mentality of thinking I'm at. This is my time at home, but it's 5:40 here. Sun's going down. Oh, gee, I don't need that one. Yeah. 3:40 a.m. Yeah. I purposely stayed up by suggestion of Christian. I stayed up all night the first night, and I was freaking. I came back and to my house after all that stuff, and I had a pizza and I fell asleep. I had the alarm set, but then I got up at 12:30 in the morning. So I'm thinking, I'll call a cab. I'll call a taxi around 3 o'clock, whatever. They had like a line of 35 before me. I said, well, shit. I took my car to the. I've got this bus company here called Coach USA. I think a round trip ticket's $58. It's good up. The return trip's good for a year. So I got that, and I left my keys. My key has that pod, push button start. So I had it underneath my seat. I thought my son was gonna be crying about having to do that or helping me with it, but he wasn't. I put him underneath the seat. I asked the bus driver because they don't have any office people working on that building anymore, and back then when they did, they told me you couldn't leave it there more than 3 weeks. You probably wouldn't want to anyway. It's not the worst of neighborhoods, but the opportunity is there. So he came and got it the first day, because I had to drive myself. I took the bus down there. That's the best way possible. It's good. It's good for up to a year. I don't have to mess around. It drops me right off at the term. So when I came back down the second time, I had to get off, go downstairs, take the cab, go to the lab. But it's a lot stress free, man. Let them do the driving. I about had enough with this. I don't think well, back 10 years ago I could drive here, but not the way my reaction time is now due to that fall I had. I can't do that. Vikings probably sleeping by now. Uh, yeah. JB probably kicked back watching TV. Got no mute on this fucking thing. I wonder why. So we didn't see you in the last one there. Year, I think. I quarantine. I'm at. Yeah, you're quarantine relief team. Yeah, yeah. This is only the first day. Of course, I won't mind a whole heck of a lot here because it's been a while since I've been back, and I'm really thrilled to be here again. So being able to look out this window, I have it. It's better than a courtyard deal where I see the other half of the hotel, but I get to see what's going on outside here. Yeah. Well, I'm good now, Ronald. I'm good with that. I got my meds on the app. Switched them around, and I get to look out this window. They've had quite a bit of construction since I was here 2012 in Manila. That is, I mean, otherwise I'd go to the airport to Butuan. But they have a lot of condos and a lot of hotels, newer hotels. It's a real big boom here. I think my view here might be up. I think the view from this room might be obstructed in the near future. I don't know what they're building down below there, but well, I look at this traffic, man. I mean, I love seeing it. I love everything about this place. I think it's these things that make this what it is. It gets talked about a lot you know when you have to deal with it for a living. It's a pain in the ass, but when you don't, it's part of what goes on here. Uh, Gear, JB is by a Hotel Savoya. That's near the airport. I'm in Hotel Manila 101. That's near Malaysia, Bay, Manila Bay. Yeah, I got my med thing all straight now. Well, what time I take them, I got it all. That transitioning time was a bit much, but I could get used to it. I am you, man. It. The first thought that I had when I got here is, God, I wish I didn't have to leave from here. But seriously debating now when I find out what my regular health insurance becomes a supplement, what number, what letter supplement to Medicare. I'll go to Guam. I'd go to Guam, and it's a 4-hour flight from here. So you're talking 5.5 hours total flight time. Yeah, I'm stuck in Manila. Yeah, I ain't stuck in Manila, but that's why I don't mind being here the 5 days because I like it here. You know, I like it anywhere here. Like I've always said. I see that traffic down below, and I don't mind it. I could live in the province, in between everywhere. I'm happy to be here. You know, and what's going to make me feel even better is not having to leave. You know, I think when it comes, if I'm here before my Medicare time comes, I'll just go down to Manila. I'll come down here to Manila and go to the U.S. Embassy and take care of that instead of going way home. Whatever, things change, situations change. So um, I don't mind dealing with it. I'm at that point in my life where it's got a lot of time now, and I am grateful to be allowed to come back here, and much appreciative of government here letting me in like they did during the situation near the embassy. Me? No, I'm not. I'm near the. Right now, I'm near down the street from Malaysia. As a matter of fact, if you were going, that's west. If you were going west there, it's a long walk. Probably it's not for the faint of heart, though. But it's within a walk. And being that I like it here, I don't mind walking it. You know, I picked this hotel. I picked this hotel that so I could go to Malaysia was the first spot that I went to when I got here last first time I was here. You know, so I had I had photos and all that. I'll take my GoPro with me if it ain't raining. If I test okay, I think I'll be able to walk that way Friday or Saturday. I leave on Sunday, so I'll call one of my brother-in-laws up, see if I can get a hold of him. I don't know what his work schedule's like. This isn't. I don't even know if this ain't too far from the U.S. Embassy, Michael. Because if you went down there toward to Malaysia and took a right turn and went north, it wouldn't be too far north of here. Because I know from looking it up on Google, googling it that where the hotels are and the distance. So if I'm here when I'm 65 or whatever, 62, I'll just go down there. You know, hour and a half flight from Butuan, and Guam is 4 hours from here, something like that. From Manila, then you can use your Medicare in Manila. I mean, in Guam, it's a supplement part that I have to get because if I can get a supplement that costs less than what I'm paying for my health care, well, then I would do it. Then I'd change it. Because after that flight I had, last time I came here, I was not last time, a lot younger then. And I cannot envision myself even once a year going through that flight, especially with this stuff nowadays. I'd been on A&A before, and I never experienced the shitty seats like I did this past trip. I'll pick this up. The nighttime traffic has begun. See, I'm not driving in this stuff, so I'm good. If I'm going anywhere, I'm riding, you know. But it's just understood here that this is what you got to deal with. You know, you're not alone. You know, I'm gonna have to pay. I'm gonna have to pay when I get on that one because my carry-on that was right around 15 pounds, right what it's supposed to be. It's 7 kilo, and the big suitcase there, 44. They don't tell you that. Let me tell you, if anybody, you take a flight like that, yeah, okay, I know the international, but I'm going to tell you from my experience, when you take a turboprop plane, which they use a lot of for the domestic flights here, oh yeah, yeah, Michael, then I'm close. Then I'm probably a ride, probably what, 12 minutes or something. I forget what the hell I was saying, but shit. I guess it happened. It's good to see me in this t-shirt, man. I've been wearing this is what I came in on. I didn't do nothing today. I'm saving that for tomorrow. Except I didn't bring my I brought my axe stuff. But I didn't bring the spray. It's not like I gotta go out of here and press anybody anyway. Yeah, they have Michael. They have closer hotels to the embassy, where you can go to the Manila Zoo and all that. I don't know if that zoo's open. It might be, maybe outdoors wise. It's just that this pandemic thing has your mind so preoccupied. It's ridiculous. I never thought my life would ever be that hard. I mean, now I appreciate how easy it was for me to get there the first time I came. So I think I get. Oh yeah, matter of fact, Michael, when I was at the Social Security office when we got my wife's what do you call it, Medicare card. I think it was Medicare card. Um, I asked them, if I'm over there when I turn whatever it was, 62 or 65, can I do that, at Manila? And they said, yeah. So it's all great. Mickey, I got to bust up a couple of them 1,000 peso bills I have. So when I do get out of here, I'll go break them at the. I'll go in the. I'll go into both places and get something. Get it, launder my own money. Good because when I get there, there's nobody. They hardly anybody can break a 1,000 peso bill. You go to any regular folk stores and all that. Certainly they can't. You know. So those are experiences I've had since I've been coming here. Bringing my own money this time. I got some pesos through my bank. Um, traveler's checks aren't bad. If you go to the money changer, you're probably it's probably the same thing. Are you going? Well, you fell asleep. Was that bad, Jamie? That you fell asleep on me, man? Oh shit. Whether you come here with a traveler's check or whether you buy the money at your bank, you got to buy it. I know it sounds weird, but you got to. It's going to cost you. And I think I paid $50 for the. Instead of getting 24.5 for $500, I got 22.5. So 3,000 peso. I don't know what break that down in your calculator. 3,000. $75, less than that. 60, 50 to 60 something. It's about the same almost, maybe even more than if you went to the money changers. I don't know what the rate is today. If the rate's 50, they might give you 47 or 48. Depends where you go. And if you're looking like you're a newbie, like you're real green, they're gonna know it. You're gonna pay the higher rate. You're not gonna get as much of a break, but you learn things, don't you? That's what I'm here for, to keep everybody else from making the same faux pas that I made. And really, what helps you here is that the fact that you're appreciated here being American, mostly. A lot of history here, so I got to experience that. Yeah, I did. I arrived safely and chatty or like a chatty Cathy, man. I never signed so I can't read. I can't read. The last time I signed this many papers with my name on it was when I was in the service. You know, everywhere. It isn't. None of the places I went required just a signature. You had to fill them out, and a lot of this, those sheets that you fill out, those little papers you fill out for when you come in. It isn't. That's pretty much bullshit. They know that too. They don't even. I used the shittiest pen. The plane was at the time with all this turbulence, and I had to get it done. I'm like I got DTS, like the shakes or something. Where's Bud's probably sleeping, right? Either that or he's out hunting a squirrel or something. Yeah. You'll be able to rest now, huh, Jamie? I couldn't rest. We had some turbulence things going into problem going in Tokyo, but um, you can't get comfortable and sleep when you're wearing a mask. I can't. You know, I tried. I even took the medicine that helps me go to sleep, and I still couldn't sleep. Plus, I'm wearing, it was real good wearing that hoodie and all that here. When I got here, I was freaking hot and uncomfortable, tired. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard, ain't it? I mean, I remember, Michael, I remember going on this trip from here up to Naga. Um, I mean, from Butwan to Naga. And we took the bus and the ferry combo. A lot of these companies own uh, the buses, vice versa with the ferries. And we stopped at this one place, and Mountain Dew at the time was very comparably priced to here. Believe it or not, it was probably one of the fewer things. And I give him a 50 peso bill. That's too big. Jeez, $1. That's too big. A lot of money. The currencies. Michael noticed too. Probably the 20 peso bill and a 50. Probably more so. These are the most commonly exchanged. God, I wish I was out there right now walking around, man. God, I'm extremely freaking happy to be here. I can't say it enough. When you wait a lot of years in your life to get to a point, and you're here, it can be a bit much. You don't you know it's from doing what you need to get here and realizing that what you did pays off, and then you're here. You know, it it can make a it could tear up an eye. That's for sure. Yeah, print and sign. Yeah, yeah. I'm like, and I think the desk guys last night, the lady and the guy there, she was like, "Sir, you could just, because I'm trying to answer. I'm getting used to answering all these questions because that's all I've been doing for the day. So they were probably as happy to see me come up here as I was. Oh man. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to get to bed, last night. So freaking bad. Then they even had my what would have been my dinner there for me to take upstairs. It's a happening town. Ain't even Friday night either. Print and sign. Yeah, it doesn't. Even on a paper that doesn't say print and sign. And I always ask where. I mean, sometimes it's redundant. You just, where do you want me to sign this? Because I don't want to put it somewhere it doesn't belong. Oh, bit. Okay, people, I think I'm gonna head out and make my dinner today, or put it in the microwave, and maybe I'll show up tomorrow at the same time. I don't know. If I do, it'll probably be through YouTube because I want to save. I want to save the live stream on. Yeah, I want to save the live stream for um, Streamyard one to break down everything that went on. It's too hard. It's better when you're interacting with someone when you're saying it, so then they can fully understand and feel what you're talking about. Yeah, thousand peso bills and 500s are like poison here. The only place you can break them in are these eating places, and for us, it would be McDonald's or Jollibee. So hey, thank you all for coming, Jamie and everybody, Gear. Well, great. I'm happy I came here. I wasn't expecting to do this all. I think I've lost in the Viking number one there. Yeah, three different 5 pays. Yeah. Oh, there are three different 5 peso coins. Oh man, I'll get used to it. I'm a guest here, man. I'm sitting in the back. I'm living in the background. You know, I know it can be like that, but yeah, thank you all for showing up tonight. And if not, I'll be doing Friday night only. It will be um, Saturday morning actually here, sometime Saturday. Okay, thanks for all for coming tonight, and really appreciate it. Bye bye.